Hi, and welcome to Godly Play. Do you know what today is? Today is the first Sunday in Advent. Advent is the time when we're getting ready for Christmas. And I don't mean getting ready for Christmas by decorating the house and buying presents and sending cards. We're getting ready to welcome Jesus because Christmas celebrates when Jesus was born. Some of you may remember, if you've been in our class before, the calendar of the church year. We're missing a few pieces, but here is Christmas, and the colors for waiting are blue and purple. So here we have 4 Sundays in Advent while we wait for Christmas. Now, waiting is sometimes a very hard thing to do. And we remember that in the Bible, there's this story about how Mary found out that she was going to have a baby. The angel Gabriel came and told her that she would have a baby. And that's something that people wait for a lot. When somebody's going to have a baby, it takes a long time, 40 weeks. And sometimes that's very hard because it's uncomfortable sometimes, especially towards the end. Maybe some of you who have little brothers and sisters can ask your moms what it was like. Or maybe you remember when you were waiting for that little brother or sister. So there are a lot of things to do to get ready. And Advent gives us that opportunity. Now, when I was a little girl, one of the most important things that happened before Christmas was the arrival of the Christmas wish book from Sears. It was a big catalog, and it had pages and pages of toys and games and clothes and presents for grown-ups. And a lot of times, when I was that age, the only thing that Christmas meant to me was, well, there would be a lot of things going on at our church, but it meant mostly presents. And I always had a long list of things that I wanted, that I told Santa about. I would write a letter every year with the help of my brother and sister and my mom. But this year, we got the Christmas wish book. And I put it down, and I was going through all the pages, and I came to one page, and the whole page had nothing on it but dolls. And they all looked very similar. They all had the same sort of little outfit on. They had little red velvet jumpers with pretty little embroidered blouses, and they all had little bows in their hair. But they were a little different, each one. And I looked at that page, and I looked at it, and I looked at it because I really wanted one of those dolls. And in my head, I said to myself, that's the one I want. That one. With that jumper, and that bow, and that hair, and those shoes, that's the doll that I want. But I just thought about it, and I didn't tell anyone. I didn't think anybody saw me even looking at that page. And I closed the wish book, and I put it away. And then I waited, and I waited, and I waited for Christmas. And guess what? Somebody got me that doll, the very one. I've never been able to explain it. I've always thought that was the very first Christmas miracle I ever saw. So, while we're waiting for Christmas, maybe you could think of some things to do to help you with all this waiting. Some people use Advent calendars to follow the days until Christmas. Some families do things like they try to think of nice things to do during Advent. Maybe take a different thing every day, like be very nice to my brother, or help mom clean the kitchen, or help dad with the taxes, whatever. So I hope that you can find a way to enjoy Advent, and I hope some of the time you'll be enjoying it with us here in our classroom. All right, goodbye, and we'll see you next week.
Dear Jesus, you are the hope in our messy world. This Advent, help us slow down, listen to your voice, and focus on what's really important. We place our hope in you as we prepare our hearts to celebrate your birth on Christmas. Amen.